A new video of Lil Durk's last night in prison shocks everyone. This could be the end of a great rapper. On March 31st, 2026, Durk shared a voice message from federal custody. He told fans he wanted to give them an update on his mental state. He said he has been reading books and working on his patience. He named specific works, including Pawns in the Game by William Guy Carr. He also mentioned the writings of Fred Hampton, Huey P. Newton, and Elaine Brown, all figures connected to the Black Panther Party. Those are not the names you expect to hear from a drill rapper. That is the point. Durk then said something that caught people off guard. He said, "It has been sitting on his heart to save this generation, to save these kids." He said he is tired of being a pawn for the culture, just entertaining it and being ignorant. He finished with, "For these kids, we got to be their heroes. They got to look up to us in a positive way." Now here is where the horrible part comes in. To understand why this message hits so hard, you need to understand what Durk has been going through. He has been in federal custody since October 2024. That is over 17 months. He is being held at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Los Angeles. He spent 5 months in solitary confinement. From August 2025 to January 2026, Durk was locked in a cell that his own legal team described as barely big enough for a single bed, a toilet, and a sink. 23 hours a day in that cell, one phone call a month, no commissary, no in-person visits. The reason for solitary was an Apple Watch. He was caught with the device, which violated prison rules because it could be used to communicate with the outside world. His legal team argued the punishment was unjust and filed documents describing the conditions in detail. He was eventually moved back to general population in January 2026, but 5 months in isolation changes a person, and the case behind all of this is not small. Durk faces federal murder for hire charges. Prosecutors allege he directed members of his Only the Family crew to carry out a hit on rapper Quando Rondo in 2022. The attack happened at a location in Los Angeles. Quando Rondo survived, but his 24-year-old cousin, Saviaya Robinson, was killed. The government says this was retaliation for the 2020 death of King Von, Durk's close friend, who was killed during an altercation involving Quando Rondo's entourage in Atlanta. Durk has pleaded not guilty to all charges. If convicted on the top charge of conspiracy to use interstate facilities to commit murder for hire, resulting in death, he faces a mandatory minimum of life in federal prison. His trial has been delayed multiple times. It was originally set for January 2025, then pushed to October 2025, then to January 2026, then April, then May. Now the date sits at August 20th, 2026, after a judge denied co-defendants' requests to have their cases separated from his. Durk himself has objected to the delays. His lead attorney, Drew Findling, told Rolling Stone they would have been ready to try the case weeks earlier, but the court decided that with everybody together, they still were not there yet. Earlier this month, Durk made another move. Brian Steele, the attorney who represented Young Thug in his racketeering trial, joined Durk's legal team.